Dear students, in the previous lessons, we have studied about the noun, pronoun, adjectives, adverb, verb, preposition, and even conjunctions. So, altogether, we have learned the parts of a speech and its kinds. That is why this chapter has been named Putting It Together. Putting all these topics together, we have studied about its use and definitions. This is time to do worksheet number 12, where a picture is given and you have to describe it using these points given here. Name of the vegetable, what nutrients does it contain, how should it be cooked. This is the image of the picture, and you have to guess its name. What this is, and this is a kind of vegetable. Some hints are given here. The vegetable looks like, you have to write the name of the vegetable. Looked like what, and what should be its name. The nutrients contained in this vegetable, and why this vegetable is good, and how it be served. Thereafter, you have to study, do it yourself. This is a passage given to edit. There are some errors in this passage, and you have to find the error and make the correction. A space provided on the right margin A space is provided on the right margin to write down the correct words, and you have to underline the errors in this passage. One is done for your help. A hungry fox were hunting for his dinner. See here, we use verb according to the subject. When subject is singular, verb must be singular. When subject is plural, verb must be plural. This is the rule. So, a hungry fox, subject is singular, but helping verb which is used with it is plural. That is why it is an error, and you have to make it correct. Writing was at the place of were. A hungry fox was hunting for his dinner. He entered in a garden where he knew he would find some taste grapes. He entered in a garden. Entered means प्रवेश करना, and entered shows a movement. and where there is movement we use into preposition, but here it is in. So he entered into a garden where he knew he would find some taste grapes is given here, which is not suitable. Taste grapes, taste is itself a noun and grapes is also noun, so it will be tasty grapes. Tasty is an adjective which describes the noun grapes, so tasty grapes. The fox saw many large bunches in grapes. Bunches of, not in. The fox saw many large bunches of grapes hanging right in his head. Right in his head, no. Right over his head. We will use over at the place of in. And bunches of grapes. There we will use of at the place of in. He jumped and jumped, but they could not reach. They is used here for the fox, which is a singular subject, so they never can be used for a singular subject. So he will be a suitable pronoun at the place of they, but he could not reach them. How bitter they look, he said. How bitter they look. They is used here for what is looking bitter? Grapes are looking bitter, so they are used here for grapes, which is wrong. It will be it. How bitter it look. He said, I must have them. I is a first person, and first person is always followed by have. I must have them. So he jumped again, but an grapes were too high. See here, a or an. A or an is used for a singular countable noun, but grapes here is more than one. It is plural, so an will not be used for the plural countable noun, so it will be the grapes. So he jumped again, but the grapes were too high. At last, he grew tired and said, the grapes is sour. The grapes is plural countable noun, so this is a plural subject, and plural subject is always followed by a plural verb. So the grapes are sour, not is. I doesn't want to have them. See here once again, I which is a first person, and first person always follow a plural verb. So I don't want to have them. I don't want to have them. So this is the passage which you will understand by making correction, and can understand also that how can you make the correction of any given passage according to the use of verb, according to the use of adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunctions, and all together, making a proper combination. A proper combination of verb with a subject, an adjective, an adverb, or another prepositions in a sentence. So I hope you have understood it very well. Now you do both worksheet number 12 and worksheet do it yourself in your classwork copy and show me. I want to see how many of you have understood it and how have you done them. Okay children, thereafter chapter 2 will start, which we will start in the next class. Today we will discuss about the correction of the passage, how to edit the given passage, how to use a suitable verb with a subject and a adjective or adverb, etc. If you have any problem, any confusion, you are most welcome. Ask frequently. Have no confusion in your mind. Have no fear. Without fear, you ask your question. It is a very good thing for a student if you ask a number of questions to your teachers. Raise a number of questions. Find the number of questions which you do not understand, which comes out in your mind. Put your questions in front of us. Then we will understand that yes, you have your utmost interest in your study. If you do not ask any question, that means you have not any interest, passing your time only. Okay, let me see how many of you have confusion and how many of you ask questions. Okay, thank you.